Hey, how y'all doing? How are my fan YouTube, Google Plus, and Facebook fan out there? It's me, Young Leo Akil here. Welcome to my channel, Auto Modify and Sport channel. Today is September the 28th, 2016, and I'd like to make this short video on showing you guys how I actually um, putting seals, like weather strip seals, onto my 98 Mitsubishi Eclipse here. Yeah, this is kind of like the final, one of the last step before I take my car to inspections. And the very last thing is this, and just sanding, cleaning, bonding, some cracks area on my body kits around my car, and installing the brake lights, universal brake light that I ordered the other day, and install the spoiler in the back. But I'll show you all that in my other videos, all right? But this video is mainly to show you guys how do I seal up those gaps around my fronts and around my body kits, the front body kit and the back body kits. How I actually seal the gaps up, like where all the gaps meets. And as you can see, my 98 Eclipse body kits has uh, it's been saggy, and there's a lot of excuse me, guy. There's a lot of gaps between the body kits. So I'm gonna show you guys around what I've done, and hopefully, it'll give you a little clue if your car has anything like, any same problem like mine is, where you need to seal up some of the gaps. Especially, with my car, there's a lot of gaps, and you can see I've been working on those gaps, putting like weather strips, cold weather strip, or you know. Um, so I'll get into detail and show you guys what I have, what I need, what I use to fill up those gaps, um, and what glues I use. As you can see, I went to the junkyard and got these weather strips, uh, window weather strip. This is one of the big one, and I am probably not going to use it. I thought I'm going to use this for some big gaps, but it's kind of heavy, so I double thought about that, and I don't want to use that. It's kind of big. And also, this is one of the door weather strip where it was long. Remember, it was long, and this I cut it off from that long weather strip. This is from the door. I cut both ends off, and that is actually right here. If you guys really wanted to know what it is, I use this weather strip right here, that goes around the door. Yeah, I use that. I mean, you can use that for um like inside of the engine bay, like around the under the hood. I use that. I cut that to use it in front of here. Because before, when I close the hood, there's a big gap right here. So I kind of use that weather strip, measure it up, cut it up where you want it to end. I have it end right here, and another end is right here. That's why I cut it. And I'll show you why I use the bricks in a minute. So that's one of the called weather strip. I don't know if you guys can see because it's really sunny, but oh well. Trying my best to let you see, okay? So that's one of the called weather strip that I got from the junkyard that I've been able to use. But other than that, like this weather strip right here and around. Well, another thing is it was a long weather strip, so I used this side right here for that. So I used this one, I cut it out, and I use the same weather strip for that place right there. And that is the uh, door weather strip that I got from the junkyard. And just cut it out. And you keep the other ones. You keep these two pieces. If it ever breaks because I got it from the same car as I have. Keep these. So like if it's ever worn out or torn out, or you can just replace that and glue it back on in your car. I went to Walmart and got these. These are just regular weather strip. These are large gap seal. It's not for auto, but you know you can use home with auto. It don't matter as long as it's weather strip. I don't think it really matters. So I'm just gonna throw it down there. Next is I got this from Lowe. This this is auto and marine rubber weather seal. Okay, this is you can use this. This is definitely the right stuff. Or you can just go to AutoZone and you probably end up getting the same thing like this. If you go to AutoZone, Auto Part, you know, then they have something for auto definitely. But I haven't used this yet. I might use this in the back of my trunk. But this is definitely good. This is a new one, so I'm gonna keep it until whenever I need it. I might need for another car, but I didn't have to use that because I use all this right here. This is called sponge window seals. Um, these are small gaps, so you kind of have to gather and buy all size of the window seal as much as you can. Like I have. I have like 7 different weather strip right here, call weather strip, you name it, I have it all. So this is a small gap, and I'll show you where I use the small gap at. And okay, this is the extra large foam window seal. So it's a little bit like this one, but it's just a little bit softer, I think, but it's bigger because this is extra large. Okay, and I'll go over detail showing you guys where should I use these. Okay, in a minute. And these are like $5-6 each. Okay, um I got this at home that I mean some of the stuff you can have at home like it's laying around, so just you know see what size right. And I'll go over the size too. But this I got this is like $2.99 or $2 $3 at Walmart or Lowe. They have it all. It's air duct air conditioner installation seal. So it's a big form. It was like a big square form. I had to cut it out, you see, and I installed it right there. It was a big gap. Okay, it was a big gap. You see that? I mean, it looks nice now when I install it back in. Just cut it to the size and then just kind of uh, fold it in. You know, kind of screw it in, but make it look nice and neat. You know, straight up like mine. See, it was a big gap. Remember, I was trying to use like the big window seal right there, but I didn't want to because it's so heavy. This is much lighter, guys. It's easy. I don't know if it's gonna. I think water comes in, but oh well, it's soft, so it's not gonna hurt much. I guess water gonna contaminate there, but at least it's not splashing into my engine, you know, when I'm driving, so it'd be all right. Um, and and that's the biggest one, 2 1/4 wide and 2 1/4 thick and 42-inch long. That was for some big gaps. And okay, I go over a little bit more detail. And let's see what I should go next. You should have okay. You should have a big scissor, small scissor. Like I have small scissor, big scissor, some super glue. You know, get some super glue. Some spot, you know, super glue won't do it, so you have to use epoxy. Like most of the spot I use is like epoxy and gorilla glue. Really, you can just use any glue, much likely, you know, because this is like just rubber and you know. So I even use super glue. Well, I use super glue around the fender, like those are metal. Um, but try not to use. If you're gonna use super glue, use it on a surface, clean surface and smooth surface. That's when super glue works. But if it's like a rough surface, like you know my body kit right here, this part right here was rough. I didn't sand it, so I had to use like gorilla glue or epoxy. That way, you know, it will rise up. It get bigger when it get dry. So that's when it's glued back together. and really you need some bricks to hold it back on when you use Gorilla Glue or epoxy. That's when it really works. And I'll go over that in a little bit. I had some epoxy left over, so I was kind of cut the ends of it, you know, cut the end of it, and then just squeeze both of them. You need both to make epoxy. I used the last one. I squeezed both of them and put it in here and mix it up well. Mix it up well with screwdriver or so, and then make sure you clean it up. Mix it up well, and then just take a screwdriver, a small screwdriver, which I had it here. Okay, it's right here. Just take this small, pointy screwdriver, and then you stir it up, and take some epoxy and put it on. I put it on the line of the body, on top of the body kits here. Put, a little bit. Don't put too less. Don't put too much either. Just put it where you think it's enough to hold the weather strip down. Um, See, I spilled some sweat out there, but that's alright. I can just sand it and paint it later. And after you put the epoxy glue or Gorilla Glue on that surface there, um, put some bricks or something to hold it, push it down, but something heavy to hold it down for like over the night. I did it last night, and it's been like 12 hours, so it's pretty much, the gap is pretty much deeps in. It's pretty much together now. And believe it or not, you really need to have uh, some heavy things to push it down, because if you don't push it down, you're gonna have to use your hand and keep holding it. You don't have time to do all that. And if you don't hold it down like this, then the glue rise up, and you have air, and it's just not gonna stick together. So you're gonna have to have a brick or something to push it down, hold it, for like a day. So that way, your glue, you have a good bonding there. I'm gonna keep putting this there until I'm finished with the video and all. I know it's already done. It's already intact together. Um, well, I'm gonna put the brick down to show you guys something else too, along with that, so you guys can see it. All right, because this it's already done. It's already glued together. So the next thing is, I already showed you guys about the big gap. This gap was big. Now it's pretty good. It looks pretty good now, right? I had I gave it a kind of draw it a good eyelids eyebrow onto under and the top of the car headlights. So it looks pretty much like a pretty eye now, right? Yeah, I know. There's no more gaps now. And now I have these two lines, these two white lines, which is the weather strip. This is where you need, because there's a lot of gaps I need around this fender and the headlights. So I use that, and let me see, what is that? It's actually this one. It's the foam window seal. It's the extra large gap. Yeah, uh, guys, this one have self-adhesive, so you just peel out the sticker there, and it will just automatically have adhesive in the back. So same like all these right here, except for this one doesn't have self-adhesive. You see when you buy it, okay? Depending on what you buy and what you need it for. So I use that extra large gap uh, window foam seal. Um, on top of this headlight here on this area. Make sure before you install on this headlight like this, or anywhere really, you want to, here, let me close the hood down. You want to close the hood down, okay?